Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's turn that music down a little bit so we can talk and hear ourselves think. How we doing? How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to make this all about me. It is a stream on my channel, though, so I don't feel too bad about doing that. Just getting off the, I gotta talk about this. It's way too exciting. I'm having an adult beverage tonight because I'm celebrating a little bit. Having an alcoholic beer because Killjoy Jake Retro is almost at a quarter of the goal that I was hoping for like the next 6 months, and we're almost at 250 subscribers. On top of that, I'll give you the exact number of where this other video is. I can't, like, I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon right now. Did not expect this. The Creep franchise video that I made, which, I mean, if I had posted it on here, might have gotten, 500 views. It is at 1,500. It's sitting pretty at 1,500 views over there. And honestly, I was only expecting like 100, 200 views. Like, I was like 250 views on that. That would make me happy. 1,500 views. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I was going crazy on this page trying to make video essays. I'm like, these are good. These are good videos. Like, why are these not getting views? And just to know that I can start a new channel, make an awesome video like that, and it gets views, I can't even tell you how much joy that brings to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Like, listen, 1,500 views on this page, that's one thing, but on a brand new YouTube channel, you guys rock. Like, I'm so grateful. So grateful. Thank you. I'll shut up about it, but oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Villain Killing Dylan. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going, man? What's up? What's up? How we hanging? How we hanging? Little to the left, little to the right. I don't know. Skull and Bones Productions and saying, yo, Jake, I'm going to be a little late to the stream, but I'll be quick as possible. I see you made it. You made it 3 minutes before we went live. I saw it happen in real time. It was awesome. Very happy about that. Player456 is saying, yo, Jake in chat saw Night of the Demon for the first time. It was meh. Is that the one with Tom Atkins? I think that one's funny. That one cracks me up. If I'm remembering the right movie or not. I remember that one being really cheesy and fun. I like it. Dios, yo, how's it going, dog? Hello, hello, hello. Jake is in a very good mood tonight, so who knows what could happen. It's a who knows what could happen kind of stream. John Kramer is with us tonight, gearing up to be in Saw 11. How's it going? What's up? What's up? What's up? I had a thought about Saw 11 the other day. I kind of think I want it to be the Halloween Kills of that franchise. Is that a weird take? I was watching Saw X again because I got a comment on the last stream and they're like, you never talked about Saw X, Jake. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I don't talk about Saw. I haven't talked about the new Saw film that much, and I want to correct that here soon. But to start getting on the talking points of that, I watched Saw X again, and thoughts. I love this film so much. Like, it is easily one of the best Saw sequels. But I kind of wish it was more brutal. Like, I think there are at least 5, 6 Saw sequels that are more brutal than Saw X, and it's awesome. The kills and traps are great, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of hoping for this next one they step it up. We heard from I think it was Marcus Dunstan, one of the guys who's working on this new one, talking a little bit about how this one's going to be angrier. I really hope that carries through with some of the gore as well. It's a big thing for me. I want a lot of traps, a lot of bullshit. The story was great in the last one, but give me some gore candy for the next movie. I'm really feeling like there's we haven't gotten like a holy fuck kind of trap in the last couple of movies, Give me the rack. Give me the acid spraying people, the shotgun carousel. Give me something like that in the in Saw 11. That's what I'm really hoping for. Who do I got on Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? It's Mike Tyson all day, unless it's scripted, then Jake Paul wins. That's end of conversation. That's it. That's all I got. That is the whole conversation there. RJ Skarenki, thank you so much for being a member, my friend. Best way to support the page. Saying, yo, Jake, it's Friday night again. Time to talk some horror. FYI, pre-ordered Terrifier 3 DVD release date is December 19th. Definitely going to be picking up the 4K of that, let me tell you. That is a must-have on my shelf. One of my favorite slasher films of all time. That would easily make the top 10 list, in my opinion. So that's definitely going on the shelf. Cannot wait to get that one. David Graham Smith, what's up, DGS? How's it going? You're on fire, I see. I hope you put that out. EastVR, what's up, dog? Saying, I'll pay you $5 to see Red One. My buddy Eric said he liked it. Said it was really fun. I don't know. It's not like, it doesn't seem like it's up my alley, but I'll check it out. I might, if I got some time this week, I'll see it. Orion is saying, sup my Terrifier fans. That's me. That would be I, Orion. The Eye of Orion. Isn't that a thing? No? I don't know. Universal Disappointment. What's up, fella? Your name still makes me sad. What's up, Jake? I am intoxicated. Nice. On my way to the rap party for the haunts I've been working at. Here's hoping I get some award. Best animatronic controller goes to me. I hope so. I hope you win that. I hope you get an award. And you know, just be safe. You know, get intoxicated, have a little fun, but just be safe, my friend. That is awesome. I hope you had a blast doing the haunts this last week. I'm assuming it's probably why you're going to a rap party. But I hope you get to do it again next year. It'd be so much fun. I think you might have been the one who was talking about doing a Christmas haunt on the last stream, and I think that is so cool. I want to go to a Christmas haunt. I want to know what that's all about. We have Spirit Christmas this year. By the way, for those who don't know, Spirit Halloween is turning into Spirit Christmas. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm obviously not as big on Christmas as Halloween, but I'm still down to check it out. They got like Krampus shit there. You know, it's still kind of a horror store in November. Usually they're closed by now, so I'll take it. You know what's really funny? I just got a notification that Evan from Rockland Graves Entertainment is playing Dark Souls right now, and my Steam just came up and gave me a notification on that. I just wanted you all to know that. I wanted everyone to know that Evan is he's chilling out. Evan's playing. Shout out to Evan though, he rocks. He's got a great page over there. JPR is saying, "What's up? I never thought I'd see you shirtless." Man, yeah. Am I shirtless in Red Right Hand? I guess I have the undershirt, right? So I guess I'm not shirtless there. I'm in my underwear a lot in Red Right Hand. But yeah, I actually got shirtless. I said, screw it. I accepted the dad bod and just said, let's run it. So y'all get to see my tummy. I don't even care. That was so much fun to film. I called up Darjan. I'm like, I need a skit for the creep video. Let's figure something out. And he's awesome. Massive shout out to Darjan. He's always down to do some crazy weird shit. Thoughts on a work of art song if you've seen it? Love that music video. It looks sick. Like seriously, I was really blown away by it. It's kind of like a short film featuring Art the Clown. You know, we get Catherine Corcoran dying at the hand of Art the Clown again. That's what's not to love. That's excellent. I really enjoyed that. That was a nice little tack on to what we got from Terrifier 3 during all that coverage. I kind of did a little video on it. I wish I had done like something bigger. I don't know. I did like this little tiny 5-minute video on it, and I'm like, I should have done more with that. But still a fun music video nonetheless. I like the song too. Ice Nine Kills is fun. Madison Kazmarsky, the poop lady, has entered the chat. How you doing? What's up? Thanks for being here, dog. Gangster Bro is saying, Jake, did you see the... hang on. Actually, one second before I get to this, Gangster Bro. I forgot to say. Madison and I are celebrating our 1-year anniversary this weekend. So Madison rocks. I love you so much. Hope you're doing good. There we go. We got the cheesiness out of the way. We can get back to the horror. Anyways, Gangster Bro is saying, Jake, did you see the Iron Mike versus Jake Paul fight? Tyson won by TKO in the first 30 seconds. I believe it. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to believe every word of that. John Kramer is saying, rumor has it that there is drama behind the scenes of Scream 7 again. Yes. Ugh. Man, it's rough to be a Scream fan right now, let me tell you. Rumor has it that Kevin Williamson is not happy with the script and wants to undergo some more rewrites. I don't know. Hopefully production starts at the top of next year like it's supposed to, but then again, it was supposed to start in September of this year. It was supposed to start in December, and now who the fuck knows what's going on. We still don't have any casting announcements, which has to come out pretty much before they start production. They're gonna announce that shit. It's a big blockbuster horror movie. You know, they're not gonna just not announce that. They did with the last two. They're gonna do the same with Scream 7. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Scream 7 is slowly getting the ball rolling. Fingers crossed it does. I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope it sticks to that release date, too. But I don't know. I feel like they're putting the cart before the horse a little bit here. Do I watch any anime horror movies? I just watched, what's it called? I don't even know, man. Uzumaki. Is that what it is? Yeah. I just watched that on Adult Swim. Excellent. Like, I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say 10 out of 10. Definitely some weird stuff with the writing, in my opinion, but some horrifying visuals in that show. It's over on Adult Swim. You can find it on, like, Max if you're like, where do I watch that? I was thinking about reviewing it, but I feel like I'm a little late to the party on that one. But I finally sat down and watched all 4 episodes. It is excellent. Oh my God, it's really well done. I'd give it like an 8. What is Fantano's rating system? A soft 8. I'd give it a soft 8. a flaccid Fantano 8 is what I would give it. It's really good. It's really good. It's not blow your mind out of your fucking skull or anything, but it's good. Give it a watch. But I do like some anime horror movies every now and then. I was wearing an anime beanie earlier, believe it or not. So there you go. Guess the anime. If you can guess it, you win my love and affection. Am I a real Killjoy? Some people would say so. Some people would say so. Dev Enfter is saying, Jake, how you doing, man? I'm fucking fantastic. I am unbelievably happy this afternoon. Killjoy Jake Retro, go subscribe if you have not, is almost at 250 subscribers, which is completely unwarranted. New video on there has 1,500 views. It's doing better than the video I posted today on the main channel. I'm so happy. Honest to God, I'm unbelievably happy right now because for the longest time I thought I just made shit videos, and starting this new channel, I'm like, okay, my videos don't suck. The algorithm on this page is just wonky as fuck. So I'm glad I've come to this conclusion. Honestly, Saw X is so good, but could have been more brutal. I agree, RJ. I do love it though. I think when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is so brutal. This is crazy. And then you do a rewatch of the whole franchise. And then you're like, there are more brutal things than Saw X, even though it is excellent. That is not a dig at Saw X. I feel like there are different things. There are different things at the forefront of Saw X that are more important than some of the traps, in my opinion. And that might be why, some people aren't as into it as the other ones. But Splattercast is hanging out with us. What is up, Dylan and Luke? How you guys doing? It's borderline unhealthy how much I think about you, Jake. I appreciate it. Dylan and Luke, they have my back all the time. They're always making things interesting around these pages. They're the reason I got to see Smile too early as of recently, and I might be able to see another new movie early here too because of these fellas. So much love to Splattercast. I see you guys are growing like crazy too. You guys might have just hit 14,000 subscribers last time I checked. You guys were getting real close there. Congrats! It's so deserved. Your guys' content rocks. So glad to see you guys succeeding. It's awesome. It's good stuff. You heard about the alleged drama about Scream 7, that's fake. It probably is. Most rumors are. But who knows? VKD is saying going to see Venom 3 tomorrow. Enjoy. I hope it doesn't suck. You should seek professional help if you're thinking about Jake too much, probably. Gory Tiger is saying, what's up? How's it going? That tiger is still gory. What's up, bro? Did you check out the Ghostface trailer for MK1? Yeah, I have seen that. That's cool. I think that's sick. I'm not crazy about MK1 though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love the fighting mechanics in it. I'm real picky about that when it comes to Mortal Kombat. But it's just like it's really slow. I don't know. Maybe I haven't figured it out or something yet. But I much prefer the previous Mortal Kombat game before that one. I think they should end the Saw movies with good doctor against evil doctor. If you know, you know. I do know, Mr. Rick. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I totally agree. I really think we should get a certain doctor back in the playing field. Maybe, maybe when we get to Saw 12, we can make that happen. But fingers crossed, baby. Fingers crossed we make that happen. That'd be sick. Ashley S., one of our beloved members, is hanging out with us. What's up, Ashley? How you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Did I see the Maxine kill count? I have not yet. I saw Dead Meat release that this week, though. Was that today? That might have actually been today that I saw that. Your boy's been busy. Your boy's been real busy. Davey Deathray, also a member. What's up, Davey? Saying, what's shaking, Jake? Hey, Killjoy crew. Yeah, I'm shaking a lot right now, there's a whole lot of things shaking. Just working on different YouTube channels and shit, and it's been nuts. I'm having a lot of fun. Things are great. Also, if you're like Jake, what happened to the gaming channel? You haven't posted on there in like a month. This weekend, I'm fixing that. For those who are like, those who want another video on there, I just filmed one right before this stream, and you'll get to see how hilarious it was leading up to the stream. When there's a reason why it's funny. You guys will see over on GullGotha sometime soon. But just been working on all these YouTube channels. It's nuts. Orion is saying, is the substance worth watching? Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I don't want to say why because I don't want to spoil it, but it's excellent. It's really good. Go, give it a watch. If you like body horror, if you like David Cronenberg horror movies, you will very much so like this one, I think. It's personally, I think it might be my favorite horror film of the year. I'm going to be real. It's really good. James Leclerc is asking, Halloween 2018 or Candyman? These are both good. I think I got to lean towards Halloween 2018 though. I do really like Candyman 2021. I was just talking about this with somebody because we were talking a little bit about Tony Todd, rest in peace. And they were asking me, they're like, dude, is that Candyman from 2021, is that good? And I'm like, it's good. It's just like, it's not perfect. It's not great. It's got a weird third act. There is great things about Candyman 2021 though. The cinematography is gorgeous. The kills are amazing. Performances, excellent. But like, no Tony Todd is Candyman until like the last shot of the movie. I don't know how I feel about that. I wanted a Candyman movie. I want Tony Todd back in 2021. He was around, and we had a chance to do a Tony Todd Candyman movie. Now we don't, and that makes me sad. To me, Candyman 2021, it feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity, despite it having a lot of multiple pluses, multiple things about it that are great. But Halloween 2018, not perfect either, but still a great continuation in that franchise. And what's funny about both of these is I think these are both the best sequels in their own respective franchises. So that's a good mashup there, James Leclerc. That's some good stuff. The Halloween fans are going to want to fight me tooth and nail because of that comment. But Halloween 2018, I think it's probably the best sequel in my opinion. It's really well done. Junji Ito, better to read, Jake, promise. I've heard this. I've been meaning to. I've heard so many good things about Junji Ito. I think his work is interesting. I know about a couple of his stories, and Uzumaki, like I was just talking about, is fucking sick. So I'll have to get into some of that. Davey Deathray is saying pumped for Scream 7, Scary Movie 6. However, man, those movies just totally missed the mark for me. Oh, I grew up with Airplane, Naked Gun, and Hot Shots, so tough competition on the parody front. That's funny. If you like Airplane and Naked Gun and all that, I'm shocked you don't like Scary Movie. That's funny. I love all these movies you're talking about. These are all just super silly. I got it. This might be a hot take, but I think Airplane is probably my favorite movie out of everything you've listed here. Like, I think I definitely like Airplane more than Scary Movie. Airplane it's excellent. It's one of the best, like, parody, dumb humor, not horror movies, but comedy movies ever. So I will say that. I will say that, Davey, but that's funny. That's funny. Just not crazy about Scary Movie. It's not for everybody. It's definitely, I actually made a point about that in my Scary Movie 6 video yesterday, that I'm like, yeah, these movies aren't for everybody, but I appreciate what they do. I think it's fun commentary and goofy satire. See, Jake, she will never appreciate you like I do. I'm your number one fan. Yeah, I guess so. Damn. I gotta start considering who I want to be. Who I really want to be with here. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my fault you're dating such a sexy beast of a man. Wow, damn. Dylan and Luke are really pining over here, man. This is wild. It's getting it's getting hot in this room. My face is getting all red. I'm blushing. Brutal. Expect a mix of The Sadness, The Crossed, and Terrifier in a mixed anime horror series. Yeah. I think that's a good way to describe Uzumaki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either. Apologies. I'm doing my best here. I watched it like in the middle of the night too. So I watched it like because I couldn't sleep, and I'm like, this is 2 hours. Let's see what happens. So I should make a Mortal Kombat cameo appearance in Saw 11. I would love to have my eyeballs sucked out of my skull with vacuums. That would be so much fun in Saw 11. Please make that happen. Well, that one like Instagram influencer is in Saw X, which I think is so cool. She's great. I can't remember her name for the life of me, but it's like, I don't know. She's the barista in Saw X, which I think is really cool. So you never know. You never know, man. You never know what could happen with that. Do you think Smile 3 will be greenlit soon? Dude, probably, John Kramer. I mean, how much that movie made a lot of money, last I heard. And I mean, we're talking about the sequel to Smile. Like, the first one made like over $200 million, which is ridiculous. This one only pulled in $126 million, which, I mean, that's a lot for a typical horror movie, but for a Smile sequel, maybe not as much. I will say Smile 2 is a bit of a departure from what came before it, too. You got to think about that. It's a very different movie, which I think that's why some people like it better, some people don't like it as much. But I think that more Smile stuff could happen, but definitely lower budget. This was a much bigger budget movie. What was it, like almost $30 million budget for this one? That's crazy. That's nuts that they threw that at Smile too. But it's still making some money. I think it's still in theaters. Isn't it? Wasn't it still this week? This was the last week for it. I can't remember, but I'm sure more things will be coming from at least Parker Finn, for sure. I liked the body in Candyman, and the laundromat guy reminded me of Sartain. I feel that. I hear you on that one. Definitely like an evil doctor vibe. Body horror and mirror stuff was cool. Yeah, no, I agree. There's some really cool shots, cool ideas in that Candyman movie. It was fun. I just, I know I'm not crazy about a movie when I don't seek out watching it again. I've seen it once. I saw it in the theaters when I saw it and reviewed it, and I've just kind of haven't really had a reason to go back to it. So, Kevy Kev movie review, absolutely, Kevity Kev. How's it going, dog? Scary Movie 2 can't beat that one. A lot, what's funny, a lot of people love Scary Movie 2. Like, that's their absolute favorite from the franchise. I like it. It's good. But that first one's always good. I think that the first one's my favorite. But Scary Movie 2 is excellent, though, man. That one gets a bad rap. Thoughts on When a Stranger Calls remake? I feel people shat on it and it was underrated. The villain gave no fucks. I don't know if I ever saw the remake. I recently watched the original When a Stranger Calls. Let me look this up real quick. When a Stranger Calls, this is from 2006. Oh, yeah, I don't think I saw this one. I'm going to be honest. I'm going through, oh man, it's got an 8%. I'm going through a bunch of thousands and 90s horror flicks that I missed right now. So actually this is like perfect for that. So I might actually get into this sometime soon. I am a big fan of J-horror. Like I love Japanese horror flicks, especially from the 90s and the thousands. And I've been watching a lot of those because they just added a bunch to Shudder. But I don't think I've seen this one. Gonna be real. That's exciting though. I'm gonna give it a watch. I saw the original and I liked it. It's very clearly inspiration for Scream. Come on now. Kevin Williamson loves that movie. You can just tell. But that's funny. It's good stuff. Jake, what are your thoughts on the Mustard Man? Who the fuck is the Mustard Man? What? Hang on. I need to see a picture of the Mustard Man. Mustard Man movie. 2020. I have not heard of this film. But wow, it's got some good reviews. Mustard Man on. I don't know. This looks interesting. So it's about KJ, dude named KJ. Wow. Okay. Relax, IMDb. KJ leaves school, unsure if he'll ever return. He arrives home only to find that his parents have moved without telling him. Directionless, he meets an old friend and joins a ragtag rock band, paving the way for an eventful summer. This is a raunchy comedy. Okay, this is not a horror film. I'm like, hang on a minute. What's going on here? I'll have to watch The Mustard Man. I wonder if Dios just made that up and there actually was a movie that came out this year called Mustard Man. That's funny. That's funny to me. Vicious movie. Mustard Man is super vicious. You're ready for every Terrifier movie. I'm ready for it. Bring on more. Hell yeah, dog. I love that. I can't wait for Terrifier 4. That's honestly the movie I'm the most excited for right now. Even though, like I said on the last stream, it is just a little tiny a twinkle in Damien Leone's eye at this point. But I'm very excited. Very, very excited to see what comes next in that franchise. I want to know if it's holiday based again, too. That's a big question I have about Terrifier 4. I don't think it needs to be. Like, I liked the Christmas gimmick in Terrifier 3, but if they lost that for the next one, I wouldn't be like completely upset. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Paula's saying hello, Jake. Hello, Paula. How are you? What's up? What's up? Ashley S is saying I tried to watch Blood and Honey 2 and it was a snooze fest for me until the end. Damn, brutal. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. It was a big improvement upon the first one, which I do think is a snooze fest. Man, Blood and Honey. The first Blood and Honey is rough, but 2 is. I thought it was fun. I had a good time with it. Some brutal kills. The makeup and costume designs are great. I think the performances are much stronger than in the first movie. So, at least by comparison, it is a much better film. Oh, don't get me started. Thoughts on The Strangers Chapter 2 teaser. Man, we're in for something here. We're in for a movie that I feel like is just going to be like, here's all the answers. all the answers you guys have craved about the strangers, right? That's why we watch these movies. We're waiting for the answers on everything that's going on with these characters. I don't think I've ever seen a franchise continuation that has missed the mark as bad as these new Strangers movies. And just from that Chapter 2 teaser, I mean, if I'm going to be real, if this was not my job, if it was not my job to go and review these movies, I would skip it. After Chapter 1 and after that teaser, I would not see this movie because I think it's likely going to ruin my thought process on these films moving forward. Like, because there's always going to be this established lore about who they are moving forward, and that just sucks all the horror and interest out of this franchise for me. And that is very clearly on the agenda of Strangers Chapter 2 and Chapters 3. At least based on this teaser. That's what I got from it. That's what I got. They're just like, hey, here's all the strangers with the tattoos on their neck. Wonder who these guys could be. You know, it's, man, the disappointment, man. So much disappointment. How did they fumble the bag that bad there? I don't know. Alexa's gotta go. Sleep good, Alexa. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you a bunch. Thanks for being here. Brought to you by the letter A is saying, sup, Killjoy Cake. That's me, hyped for the creep tapes and also the Jake Paul fight tonight. That's probably why no one's hanging out with me tonight. The Jake Paul fight is on tonight. You know, it's funny. I totally forgot about it until like 2 hours ago. My sister was like, you know, the Jake Paul fight's on tonight. And I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about that. That's crazy. But yeah, I hope Mike Tyson kicks his ass. I'm going to be honest. I think that would be great. That would make me very happy. So we'll see. What do you think Art the Clown smells like? It's funny that you asked that because in the Tim Wagner novelization of Terrifier 2, they actually describe him as smelling like blood, like rancid old blood. So he's got a nasty stank to him. But Terrifier 3, interestingly enough, brings that up too, which is funny. He actually smells his own armpit at one point. So he doesn't think he smells that bad, but I feel like most of us, like, we don't think we smell that bad, even though, you know, we might have a little bit of stank going on. So that's just the case. Reaper Kid is saying, what's your favorite scary movie? Mine is Halloween 1978. What's you see, like, I have a favorite horror movie, but what's like my favorite, like scary movie? What's my favorite, like, movie that is scary? I probably Evil Dead 2013. Like, that movie never fails to be thrilling and just over the top and exciting. So for me, I like that is one I can just watch over and over and over and over again and not get sick of. If I was on a desert island for the rest of my life, I had one movie, it would be Evil Dead 2013. I don't get sick of it. I think it's great. Every moment of it, everything about it works for me. The music is great. The characters are great. Setting, kills, blood. Oh my God, it's just fantastic. 30 minutes till the fight. I guess I had 30 minutes to stream then is what it's looking like. I'm just gonna see some numbers drop. That's funny, man. Antonius, what's up, fella? How's it going? Thanks for the 5. Saying, hey, Jake, I watched the first time watch of Thanksgiving horror movie last night called Thanksgiving 2023. Have you seen it before? Yes, I reviewed it last. I reviewed it last Thanksgiving when it came out. But I'm currently working on a massive video for this film that will go up over on Killjoy Jake Retro. It is the next video going up on that page. So it should be out like a day before Thanksgiving. That's kind of my thinking, maybe like a day, 2 days before. But I'm so excited to revisit this one. I haven't seen it since like December of last year. That was the last time I watched it, I think. So I'm very excited to do a rewatch. It's going to be fun. And Antonius, if you don't know, it's based off of a fake trailer that Eli Roth made all the way back in 2007 for Grindhouse. If you know what that is, it was like a big 2-movie event. Came from Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. But they had all these fake trailers made, and one of them was Eli Roth's like faux Thanksgiving movie, and he actually in 2023 finally made it into a full feature. So if you're watching that and you're like, these sequences are so good and thought out, like I can't believe these are so good. Well, Eli Roth came up with them all the way back in 2007. My guy has had a long time to think about it. So go back, watch that trailer. It's like, I mean, it's what is it like? For those who know, 90 seconds. It's not that long. It's like 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and it's like all the best scenes from Thanksgiving. It's really cool. So give it a watch. It's sick. No, but I love this movie. I think it was a lot of fun. Definitely, it was in my top 5, I think, for horror movies last year. So I really enjoyed Thanksgiving. Brutal kills, some great characters, some really campy, cheesy moments. I love that. Felt like an old school 80s slasher flick. So Antonius, thank you for the 5. Really enjoyed that movie. And again, I'll be doing some even deeper coverage. Some balls deep coverage on John Carver. That's the worst way I could have put that. I am not watching. I have these nice podcasts and we'll be listening to TV shows, so I am staying the whole time. So I guess I appreciate that if you're not really watching though, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, Paula. Jobit Gret, how's it going? I don't know if I butchered that or not, but how's it hanging? Need to watch Heretic this weekend. Give it a watch. It was interesting. It's a do I call it a must watch for 2024? I'm not sure, but it was a very interesting watch. I liked it. You know, I liked it, and it's definitely a standout religious horror flick. But I guess those aren't like, you know, not exactly my number one cup of tea. You know, but it's very thought provoking. It'll get the noodle twisting and turning. You know what I mean? So that I recommend it. I recommend checking it out, giving it a watch. I saw it in the theater by myself. Very early on like last Thursday, I want to say. So it's an interesting flick. It's not bad. A lot of thought-provoking elements to it. It's okay, Jake. I'm gonna watch you. You know what? I appreciate that someone is stalking me. So thank you, Dios. Thank you so much. I have to draw the line with The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is getting a horror movie for some reason. Okay, there we go. I'm like, wait, what? When did I bring up The Little Mermaid? Yeah, so I remember I covered this like man, it's been a minute since I talked about this one. But yeah, it's like basically they're turning the Little Mermaid into a siren. They're turning her into an evil siren. I don't know what's up with that, but sure, you know, yeah, rock on. Let's see what that's all about. It looks ridiculous, looks kind of goofy, but we'll see. Jake theatrical movie when? I hope. That would be awesome. I got a short film that's in the can, and it should be releasing sometime next year, so that's something. It's a slasher villain that I created myself. His name is Chicken Man. Do I have a picture? Have I shown you? I think I showed some some clips of Chicken Man, but here I'll throw out a little. That's not color graded. I don't know if I want to put that out there or not. Fuck it. This isn't color graded, but it's fine. I'm just looking at this. I'm like, that's not how it looks in the movie. But here's the fella. This is what he looks like. It's me in a chicken mask with a brick. What's he gonna do with that brick? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Not color graded shot, by the way. So when I officially post that, it'll look a little better. But I try to make it look saw green, saw blue. So if you're watching it and you're like, damn, Jake was really harnessing his inner Saw. That's what I was thinking about while I was editing it. Just looks really gray and like kind of brown there, so fixed it up in the edit. But it's fun. It's a really fun little short film. $10 movie budget. We spent a little more than that. I won't say, but you'll see soon. You'll see soon. The movie in cinemas 2026. Watch it now. Okay, rock on. Your slasher villain is a scarecrow named Husk. I like it. He's got a husk, probably. AV Mateo Rules 128 is saying, my dad is taking me to see Smile 2 tomorrow. Plus, I plan on asking him to buy me something I've been wanting for a while. Damn, he's taking you to a movie and you're asking him to buy you something? It's crazy. Buy your dad something. And then maybe thank him for taking you out to Smile 2. There you go. Make it happen. Got to be nice to dads. You know, you got to be nice to the folks. Jake, if you got called to get killed by Art the Clown, how would you want it done and how much blood? That last part is important. Don't ask further questions. We don't need to go there. Damn. I would be so honored. I would be so honored to get killed by Art the Clown in Terrifier 4. Like, nothing would make me happier. Damien even put out a silly little tweet about that. So kind of hoping that something about that happens. Still waiting. My email's still open. You know, I'm checking it every day. Would be cool. But yeah, I would. I'm trying to think what I would want. Probably something fucked up with my eyes. I don't know. Maybe my eyes. Maybe like a tongue getting gouged out. I'm trying to think like what hasn't been done yet. Maybe getting my tongue ripped out. You know, I think that would be really fucked up. Haven't seen Art do that yet, I don't think. So we've seen a jaw get ripped off though, which is crazy. We have seen. I can't believe that's happened. But yeah, I would love to see I would love Art the Clown to just stick his gross little hand in my mouth and just rip it out. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. A lot of blood. A lot of just blood spraying out of my mouth, too. So down for that. Is Jake a dad? Oh, God. I hope not. I hope not. I hope no one is making any phone calls to me about that. No, kidding. Villain Kill and Dylan is saying, can you imagine if Jake gets to be in Terrifier 4? Fingers crossed. Oh, keep those fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to make that happen. That would be so cool. That would make me so happy. Nothing would make me happier. Paula loves this channel and everyone on here. That's so sweet, Paula. I love you too, and I love all 43 of you fellers. So thanks for being here. I was just playing, Jake. You, of course, can ask questions, you amazing little man. There's so much love in the chat tonight. I just want to say that. There's so much love and wonder. It makes me realize that the childlike wonder is not quite dead. It's great stuff. John Kramer is saying Jake isn't a dad. He is a son. Art's son. Yes. I believe it's still right there in my little name. For the long time, it was King of the Rats, and I'm like, I got to change that up. So, Art the Clown's son. I probably got to change it again now, since the channel's probably going to be shifting focus a little bit more towards Scream stuff for the next like year or so. I mean, unless Terrifier 4 stuff picks up, I don't know. It sounds like we might be getting, I mean, you know, based on release schedules and stuff of how the last Terrifier movie went, we might be getting Terrifier 4 and Scream 7 in the same year, which would be insane. It would make 2025 pretty barren, but it would make 2026 insane. It would make that year completely nuts and totally make up for it. So I'm curious. I'm curious when we get these movies, what the dealio is going to be there. It's been a long time since we had a Scream movie too, so I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited to see what it's all about. I don't have, you know, you guys probably know I don't have high hopes, but I hope it's good. I hope it's good. You know, I hope that I'm just dead wrong and Scream 7 fucking rocks. But we also don't have it like really anything confirmed about it. You know, it's kind of hard to say one thing or the other. Question, who do you want in the new Scary movie? Melissa Barrera, number one. No, number one casting option, put Melissa Barrera in there. You gotta have Regina Hall and Anna Faris, of course. Would love to see Marlon Wayans running around as Shorty again. That'd be so funny. And of course Dave Sheridan back as Doofy. I'd love to see a lot of the original cast. Again, I think that'd be fun. Make fun of the requels. You know, I mean, there's so much to poke fun at there that surprisingly Scream hasn't really ripped apart as much. I kind of thought they would dive a little deeper into that, but maybe Scary Movie can pick up the meta commentary slack. So really hoping to see more of that for sure. Massive Man Studios, how are you doing, you massive man? Saying, do you think we will get some world building of the creeps or just one-offs like the first episodes? So far, I'm liking it, but I feel a little underwhelmed. They feel a little short, in my opinion. So I talked a little bit about this in my video today, because I wanted to. That was definitely something I wanted to address. I was kind of feeling that a little bit after watching those first two episodes. But then I did some digging on the episodes themselves and what's to come. And if you look at the title of the last episode in season 1, so episode 6, it's called Mom, and then in parentheses, and Albert. So to me, that's probably going to be an episode where we do get exactly what you're talking about. I think like the next 3 episodes are probably going to be like one-offs, just more tapes from the dude's collection, but then we might be getting a little bit of story, a little bit of something. And, you know, I think that's probably the best way to do it, because I'm just thinking about the other movies. You know, I'm thinking about Creep and Creep 2, and there's always just like a little sliver of something about the guy's backstory that we know for sure. It's like, okay, that's 100%. You know, that is actually something that happened. The other stuff, it's a little more ambiguous, right? Like 95% of what we see in the movie. Like he's probably lying about this, that, and the other. But with the Creep show, I feel like they're approaching it in a similar way to if they would do Creep 3, but they're just not focusing a whole story around one victim. You know, we get more kills with the guy, more victims. And then this last one, I feel like we're actually going to meet the guy's mom. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe it's Albert's mom, though. You know, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like wait until that last episode. They're going to give us a little something. Going to make us wait until the end. So Ashley's got to head out. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Ashley. Appreciate you. And thank you for being a member. Really do appreciate you a bunch. Jake coming to GhouliCon. Hell yes, I am. 5 minutes from my house. My ass will be there. Need to take you to the bowling alley. Rock on, dude. Yeah, let's go bowling. Just don't bring your profile picture. As long as you don't bring your profile picture, we're chilling, man. But yeah, I'm going to GullGotha next summer, which is going to be fun. I'm one of the guests, which is I can't even fathom that. Like, it's nuts. I got to be a guest at the biggest horror convention I think ever this last year. Just this last month, which is nuts. I can't even believe I get to say that. And then I'm also going to be a guest at this GullGotha, which is apparently a horror convention, a little more focused on horror content creators, which I think is really cool. So I'm very excited, very, very happy to be a part of that. And I can't wait to go next July. It's going to be fun. So come say hey to old Jake there. John Kramer is saying James Wan is remaking The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes, he is. I'm so excited for that too. Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's been right here on my wall on my set for as long as I've been doing this. It's like almost every video you'll see a Creature from the Black Lagoon poster. I have said it since the dawn of this channel. If there's any movie that needs a remake, continuation, whatever in the modern day, it is Creature from the Black Lagoon. And the closest thing we've gotten is The Shape of Water, and that's not even really. I don't think that really captures the essence of Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's inspired, but not the same thing. Right? So I'm really hoping that James Wan's Creature, it has that monster movie, feel to it, but just through a modern lens, kind of like what Leigh Whannell is doing with The Invisible Man and Wolfman coming out at the top of next year. Very excited, though. I cannot wait to see what that movie's all about. I'm dying to get into that one. I found out today I can get into my neighbor's Bluetooth speaker. Dear God. Play some Cupcake, if you know who Cupcake is. That might be before your time. I'm old, so our goofy music we used to listen to was Cupcake. play some of that through there. That would be pretty funny. The fact that the creep, whatever his real name is, he's way more creepy than Art in the sense of he feels more real and more insane, which is crazy. But he gives off like a crazy vibe, if that makes sense. Yeah, again, another thing I talked about in my review today for the Creep tapes, I was talking a little bit about how, like, when it comes to Terrifier, that scratches a certain itch for us horror fans, right? It's gory, it's over the top, it's silly, it's so 80s, right? It's so 80s in its approach, and it's fun. We love that. That's always a good time. But sometimes, you kind of want horror that is a little more grounded, and Creep, while it does find its really goofy and over the top moments at times, it's always grounded. It is always something that like could happen. And I've heard a lot of people say it's the most accurate portrayal of a serial killer in fiction. I don't know, I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but I get where people are coming from, because serial killers aren't like Art the Clown in real life. You know what I mean? They're not like the only thing you see them do on screen is kill people. Most of the time they are just being super weird and socially awkward, and then yeah, they get down to killing somebody. So I totally hear where they're coming from with that one, and I do love that about the show, the movies. They've all kept that consistent across every piece of media in the Creep franchise. So I'm really enjoying this show so far. Again, it feels a little aimless, but I'm enjoying it. I am very much so enjoying it so far. That first episode was excellent. So really did like that one. Do you think we will ever get to see a Creep 3? I would have loved if the series was like an anthology series with a looping, connecting story. Thanks for answering my question. Of course, Doug. Will we ever get a Creep 3? That's honestly a great question at this point, because back in 2020, they were talking about developing a third film. I think that turned into this series. That's my guess, at least. And, something I meant to bring it up and I kind of just forgot. Patrick Bryce and Mark Duplass have been working on an anthology series for the last like 4 or 5 years or so called Room 104, and it's really intriguing. I've yet to watch it, but I just reading about it, I think it's really interesting. It's all about like everything that happens in this select hotel room, like all the different people that stay there, and it varies in genre too. Sometimes it's comedy, sometimes it's horror, sometimes it's drama, whatever. It's all over the place. It's a really interesting anthology show. But I kind of feel like they were doing that, and they kind of got into talking about Creep, and they're like, what if we just stop overthinking this? We just do all the different tapes, just whatever comes to mind. And I kind of feel like that's where it came from, is just because it is kind of like Room 104. It's in the same place every single time. It's in the same hotel room, just with different characters. And that's kind of it's a similar thing to what's going on with the Creep tapes. It's the same guy going after different people. It's found footage every single time, but it's just a slightly different approach or setup, whatever. That's what makes every episode special or different. So to me, that's really interesting. I don't know if we'll get a Creep 3 though. I guess to answer your question, to bring this full circle, I feel like what we are watching, what we're witnessing right now, this is Creep 3. And you know, in a weird sort of way, I'm okay with that. I'm really digging that we got this show. But again, let's you know what, Massive Man Studios, let's come back to this after all 6 episodes are out, and then I'll tell you if we need a Creep 3 or not. We'll spiral back to that soon. Scott Royston, a member. What's going on, Scott? How you doing? Hey there, Jake. Nice to see you, brah. How you doing, Scott? What's up? What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing to celebrate the weekend and having a whole 2 days off to do nothing? Must be nice. Wonder what that's like. But what are you guys doing to party? Let me know so I can vicariously live through you. Skull and Bones Productions is saying, Jake, I've been watching Friday the 13th, the franchise, and part 7 is so boring I can't finish it. Oh, I've come to love part 7. I think the first time I watched it, I wasn't crazy about it, but man, I really like the final girl in that movie. I think she's great. I also really like the Jason performance too. I think the Jason performance in part 7 is a lot of fun. It's different. You know what I mean? What does suck about it and what is boring is the rest of the characters. So you got me there for sure. But I've come to love 7. I've really come to enjoy that one. I think it's underrated, but I get it. I get why people are not crazy about it either. Can Patrick Dempsey be in both Scream 7 and Thanksgiving 2? ? They both seem to be filming around the same time. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question for the love of rock. But, you know, he's not confirmed. So here's the thing. He's not confirmed for either film. I think it would actually this might be a weird take, but it might make even more sense for him to be in Scream 7 over Thanksgiving 2. Because technically, you know, he doesn't need to come back for them to do another Thanksgiving, but they kind of implied it at the end of that last one, right? So I imagine he could probably do both, especially, it sounds like, at least in Scream 7, he's not going to have, like, the biggest role. He's not going to be on screen, like, 100% of the time. It's going to kind of be like his Scream 3 role, right? He's not on there. He's not, like, a main character, right? But he's off to the side. He's still there. He's still playing an important part. He's kind of a red herring in Scream 3, too. So I imagine Patrick will have some sort of similar role to that in Scream 7, being Sydney's husband. While she's off kicking ass, he's doing detective work in the background kind of thing, right? Thanksgiving 2, he may be our killer again, you know? Maybe he's only in the third act of that one. So we'll have to see, but that is a good question for the love of rock. I'm not sure. I hope he's in both. I hope they're able to do both. But yeah, they are kind of filming them around the same time there. Creep is definitely not the most accurate, but it isn't like so far off it's stupid. I agree. I agree with you there. Yeah, it's not. It's grounded enough for me to believe that could be real, and that to me is that's the fun of it. Dude, go watch that show. It is super underrated. Got some really good shorts. Oh, Room 104. Yeah, I meant to put it on a few times. I was gonna start the first episode last night. I just did not have any time. Oh God, this is terrible. Scott saying, sadly, I was forced to resign from my job, so I pretty much have off every day for a while. Anyway, I'll be doing my painting. Oh, Scott, I'm so sorry, my friend. And look at you still out here supporting the page. Scott, listen, man, I really do appreciate you, but you know, you save the money if you got to save it, man. I understand. I do really appreciate this, though, nonetheless, man. Really do appreciate you supporting the page. Thank you. And Scott, those members the new members to the page are ABH Ninjas, Jobet Gret, MMA Russi, Billy Jennings, and Robert Brunello. Well, welcome to the fold, fellas. And Scott, thank you so much for the membership. I really do appreciate you a bunch, man. I'm so sorry to hear that about your job, my friend. I hope you're able to pick up something soon, and maybe even a better job than what you had before. So you gotta look on the positive side if you can. Jobet Gret is so excited. Wow. I love it. I love the energy. Some good stuff there. Dios is saying, Jake, imagine an Art the Clown and Victor Crowley crossover, or more so a fight of who can bring more gore. You know, I watched the Hatchet movies recently. I had a lot of people say, go watch those if you like Terrifier. You'll love the Hatchet films. I don't know. They're fun. They were a fun one-time watch. I don't know if I'll ever watch them again. I think I'm set. I got through the first 3. I have not made it to the last one, which I believe is just called Victor Crowley. And I will say there are some standout moments from all 3 of those films, in my opinion. There's either some crazy kills, some fun like lore. Like I really like that Kane Hodder plays not only the killer but his dad, which I think is cool. So that's a lot of fun. Tony Todd has a way bigger role in the sequel than the first one, which is great. But I don't know. To me, it's like I just don't feel like it's developed as well as Terrifier. I think Hatchet is cool. I think it's fun. It's very silly. It's very over the top. But I just don't know if I'm as into that as I am Terrifier. Like again, I love gory kills. Those are so much fun. But to me, the draw to Art the Clown, and it's funny. I get made fun. I get made fun of a lot for this. But to me, the draw to the Terrifier movies is that mysterious lore, is being able to theorize about what the fuck is going on here. You know, well, holy shit, it's so mysterious. It's so odd. So to me, I just think Terrifier is something really special. And the gore is just like a cherry on top. You know, I'm glad it's there. That's very cool. But that to me is not the main attraction. I'm glad it's there. It's awesome. But again, it's the lore, it's the mysterious background that I really like about the film, probably the most. Out of which series is better? The obvious answer is Terrifier, but as far as the kills themselves, I don't know. Art may have competition, maybe a big maybe. Yeah, I mean, Victor Crowley does score some pretty crazy kills. I do agree. If there's anybody to put up against Art the Clown, I see why a lot of people have said Victor Crowley in the past. Now I get it. I get it now. I do. It's interesting. It's an interesting series, though. I don't hate it. You know, it's just not like I'm not like obsessed with it like how I am with like Terrifier. I could eat up 7-8 more of those movies. Hatchet, I don't know. I don't know if I'm as over the moon about those, but they're interesting. They're interesting flicks, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun. Fulci and Italian horror is a good example of how to blend fantastical and supernatural with gross and violent gore. I could not agree more. I think that's the best way to, like, some of the best ways to do it right there is a lot of Fulci films. And this is a guy that flies under the radar a lot. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Lucio Fulci when it comes to, you know, like best horror directors, masters of horror, whatever. But I would put it, I mean, him and Argento are up there in my opinion. Like these guys are so impressive. And so I don't know, they fucking kill it with a lot of their projects. Zombie from 1979 is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. Like it is so ridiculous. It's so bloody and gory, and the music's great. I don't know. It's got such a great vibe. The style of that film, you know, Fulci oftentimes sacrifices substance for style, but sometimes it works in his favor. And Zombie 1979, I think, is a great example of that. The story is, you know, is it a 10 out of 10 story? I don't know about that, but to me, the vibe, the feel, and the gore and nastiness of that film, it carries me from start to finish. There's just something about it. It's got a killer vibe to it. Excellent film, though. Excellent stuff from that guy. Italian horror in general, I think, is so intriguing too. It's so different from what you're used to. Argento, for instance, like you'll watch a giallo flick from him, and it's like this like really campy drama between all these characters, but the kills are like Terrifier level blood and guts over this music that's like it almost doesn't fit the vibe of what you're watching, but it's so vibey, so stylistic that you're kind of like, you're just into it. It is a little bit of an acquired taste, but it's just like, oh my God, it's so much fun when you're hearing that like upbeat music as someone's like getting chased and killed by someone in like in a darker costume or something. There's just something about it. There's something about giallo flicks and Italian cinema in general that really works for me. But Velasky, how's it going, dog? Saying Terrifier 3 had the biggest success on the box office. Yes, it did have the biggest success on the box office. Damn it. Movie's killing it right now. What was it up to last time I checked? I want to say it was like in the 80s. I don't even know. I don't even remember. 82 million at the box office right now. That's nuts. That is an insane amount of money. I mean, compare that to the last flick that made 15 million. That was impressive. You know, we were like, wow, $15 million off of 250K. That's nuts. Now with an estimated, like, you know, they're saying like $2 million, but like, dude, that marketing campaign was expensive. It was probably a little more than two. $2 million, let's say 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Pulled in over $80 million. That's awesome. That's really impressive. So Terrifier 3, we love it. It's a crazy, awesome success there. It is the highest grossing unrated film ever, which is crazy. So happy that Terrifier 3 is seeing such big box office numbers. It makes me so happy. Mr. Rick is peacing out. Thanks for hanging out with us, Mr. Rick. Have a great weekend, and thanks for stopping by, dog. Thanks for being here. You need to get off the computer and start the drive home, but I'll still be listening to you. Appreciate that, Joe Betgret. Appreciate that a bunch. Ella's hanging out with us. Woohoo! What's up, dog? How's it going? What's up? What's up? I'll play the clip for you, Ella, since there's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot going on in the chat, but here, let's throw this out there.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? We got Scary Movie 6 on the horizon. You're probably going to be seeing that clip a lot moving forward. But I love it. It's some great stuff there. Love me some Scary Movie, man. I'm excited to see what this next one's all about. Am I going to stop the stream and watch the fight? I probably should at this point. I feel like who the fuck cares about this guy yapping when Jake Paul's going to get his ass beat? Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap up here in like 4 minutes. So I'm not going to try to compete with that. Right? That's insane. One or two more questions and I'll peace out here. Ty Lee is saying Demons 2, Zombie, and The Beyond are probably my favorite Italian horror movies I can think of. Excellent choices. Some great stuff there for sure. I love the 2 Demons flicks. Those are so much fun. Excellent time there. Yeah, and the Beyond is a really, that's one that doesn't get talked about a lot. So that's cool. It's cool that you brought that one up. I really like City of the Living Dead from Fulci too. I think that one is that one doesn't get talked about enough. That one's fun. And a bunch of Argento flicks too. There's still a bunch of Argento I haven't seen. I'm doing like a deep dive on J horror right now, so I'm trying to get through some of those. But next up, I might actually get into some Argento flicks I haven't seen. Dios is saying, did you hear that Matthew Lillard thought Scream 6 was maybe a bit too brutal? He didn't hate it, but he felt like it wasn't what Scream is at its core. Yeah, I read the quote, and I don't know. I agree with some of what he said, and I strongly disagree with some of the other things. He's like, I don't like Ghostface with the shotgun, and I'm like, what? That's awesome. That was like one of the best parts, man. That's so much fun. So I don't know. I think that's I thought that comment was kind of odd, but again, I feel like with Matthew Lillard pining so hard for this new era of Scream for Scream 7, essentially he's shitting on what came before so that people get hyped up for Scream 7. He's totally a part of the movie. Like it's hard to convince me that Matthew's not going to be a part of that next movie, which I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. The positive amputee is saying, haha, I think I'm the only one not watching the fight. I was happy you were doing a stream. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I'm shocked. I'm shocked anyone would want to watch all these ramblings over Jake Paul getting his ass beat. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Seeing Jake Paul getting beat up is like seeing heaven. You know what? I can't argue with that. The New York Ripper was wild. The New York Ripper is a slasher film where the slasher makes duck noises the entire time off screen. So if you want to see that, and it's fun, let me tell you, give it a watch. A little slow, but very fun. Suspiria was fine, but Mother of Tears was kind of rough. I like Suspiria. I think it's fun. Suspiria is another one where I just feel like style over substance. You know what I mean? That's you're here for the insane, angles from where Argento had to get all the way on top of like a 6-7 story building to film just his actress walking down the street or whatever. Like that's what Suspiria is all about. That the colors, the lights, the mystery, gorgeous shots. If you're in it for that, you'll vibe with that film. If you're like, this is slow, I don't know, nothing's happening, you might feel that way about the film too. Jake is Saw 11. Saw 11 is probably delayed. What should I do? Just get ready for the next series of traps, John. You got some time now. You got some time to rest. Finally, you're probably exhausted. Oh my God, it's a lot of putting people in traps. God, just take some time off, my friend. 10 of those movies in 20 years. That's crazy, man. But no, Saw 11 sounds like it's getting delayed. Just some issues behind the scenes is what it's sounding like. A lot of these movies we're excited for just having some issues, some delays, which makes me sad. Ghostface usually uses a knife, not a gun. I mean, yeah, but it was fun. The shotgun was fun. It was for one scene too. I think it was cool. I'll be a while before the main event. They have a few real fights first. That's really funny. Okay, maybe I'll hang out for a minute. I don't know. Well, we'll see what's up. I think Madison just said she's going to be here in 25 minutes, so I'll hang out for 25. I'll hang out for 25 minutes. What is Twisted Pictures doing right now? Tobin is getting older and older. Yeah, I can't believe we still have him. I'm so glad. I'm so glad he's still around. I'm glad he's still doing this. I'm very thankful for that. I think about Robert Englund, who's he's in his 70s, but he's still just like I'm done. I'm not Freddy Krueger anymore. I can't do that. But I'm glad we have Tobin Bell still coming out and still playing Jigsaw. It's very cool. Fucking legendary, honestly. So it's dope as fuck. Tobin Bell, when you really learn about his whole career, it's so interesting. He mostly did like little side roles in movies and TV shows for the longest time before he got the gig for Saw. And I think Tobin Bell is the ultimate example of like, just don't give up. Like don't give up. You will make it eventually. Sometimes that means you're going to make it in your 60s, but you will make it. And Tobin Bell, it's awesome. I mean, it's crazy that he did it. He made it happen. So I love it. I think it's such an inspiring story when you really look into, like how far he went with how long he was active before he got a big break, and still made it happen. So I think that's great. It makes me happy. Jake, you just started. I know. It just started. You don't care. You don't care about me. You care about the fight. Fair, Arthur Claus. Fair enough. I'm just kidding. All right, I got to get back to work. Hope today's a great day for y'all. Thanks, Ella. Appreciate that a bunch. Have fun working at the dispensary. That's got to be a fun job. That's got to be so much fun. That's like my backup plan. If this doesn't pan out, I'm just gonna work at a dispensary. I'm gonna own a dispensary. I'm gonna work my way up to the top. I could live a happy life doing that. For the Love of Rock is saying, if Scream 7 flops, would you expect a franchise reboot or a long delay to the next sequel? A lot of people are saying that about Scream 7 flopping, but to me, I don't think it's going to flop. You know what I mean? Like, drama sells, man. Drama sells. Even, we have so many people right now who are saying, I'm not going to see this movie, I'm going to boycott it, this and that, whatever. Dude, a bunch of those people are still going to see it in theaters. I'm telling you that right now. A lot of people are going to want to see this movie to see if it crashes and burns, which, doesn't that make you a little sad? That's what motivates people is negative connotation, not like this positive thing. Not Scream 5 being back in, the franchise is back. Let's see what it's all about. That movie made less than Scream 6, which had a little more drama towards it, And Scream 7, honestly, I think Scream 7, I'm going to go so far as to say I think it's going to make more money than the last two. Because not only is Scream popular again, but there's even more drama with the franchise than ever. So, I don't know, man. If they have a good cast, this will make more than the last two films, I think. Maybe not for the right reasons, but it will. Saw X needed a nomination. Oh man, Tobin Bell he should have gotten nominated for something, that's for sure. Steve Neal is saying Stu will be back. If it flops, then they will make an alternate timeline and bring back Stu and Jamie Kennedy. Maybe not Jamie Kennedy. We don't need Jamie Kennedy. I'm good on. I'd rather have Stu than Jamie Kennedy back. Not a big fan of Jamie Kennedy these days. But I'm all about, I would rather have Matthew Lillard come back all day. That's all day, every day. Stu, though, what a quarry. What a quarrel this has become in the community. what a quarrel. I don't know, man. I mean, I think it would make so many people so happy. That's my thing about the Stu thing. You guys know how I feel about it. I've gone on this rant too many times. But to me, I'm like, if it happens, you know what I'm going to be thinking about in the theater? I'm going to be thinking, this franchise is dead, but so many people are going to be so happy watching this. So many fans are going to lose their minds. It's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine all over again. And my beloved slasher franchise will turn into an event film series, and then I will probably lose interest. But I think again it'll make people happy. Deadpool and Wolverine made a bunch of people happy. Just not my cup of tea. I really don't like event films. They are not rewatchable at all, in my opinion. They're really fun when you see them in the theaters, but after that, it sucks all the life out of them on a rewatch. Like I will never watch Spider-Man. What is it called? Fucking No Way Home, right? I'll never watch it again. I'll never watch No Way Home again because I saw it twice, and that second viewing, I was like, ooh, this is not as good as the first night when this was so exciting. Starting to notice some of the cracks. Deadpool and Wolverine, I saw it once. I'll never watch it again. It's what it. I don't know. To me, I just when a movie relies so much on a certain character popping up or having a big sequence or literally taking 3 seconds to pause for claps. When a movie has to do that, that tells me it's not rewatchable. It's not rewatchable. It's a fun one time. Yeah, let's cheer and clap at this movie that's on screen. But if I see a movie like that, I have no interest in rewatching it. Scream 7 won't flop. People will hear about it and say, "Oh my God, it's Scream 7. Let's go watch it." Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Again, there's a lot of negativity surrounding this film, but I promise you drama sells. Like drama, I could post the dumbest video about some kind of drama thing happening right now and it will get more views than me working countless hours on some big thing about something I love. And it's crazy. Drama sells, man. People are more interested in drama than hard work, and that makes me sad. Honestly, that makes me sad more than anything, but it's true. It's an unfortunate fact of life. Steve Neal is saying sucks about the newer characters being pushed out. It does. Really does suck, Steve. I'm still butthurt about it. I'm still butthurt. I'm still upset. I think there was so much potential for those characters to have their stories wrapped up in a third film. But that's just not going to be the case now. I am glad that they closed out Screams 5 and 6 on very final notes. You know what I mean? Like, I remember we were talking a little bit when those movies were coming out about doing a cliffhanger ending. And while that would have been a lot of fun, I'm really glad they didn't do that because then we'd be on this open cliffhanger that will never get resolved now because of all the bullshit. So to me, I'm very happy that it's an open and shut case, right? It's this little mini story, these little 2 movies that happen. It's a little side quest for Ghostface, right? And I think that's fun. A hill I'm still going to die on. I love Scream 6. It's so much fun. Scream 5 is fine. It's fine. It's a fun little return to the franchise, but Scream 6, man, ooh. It's just a blast. It's my guilty pleasure Scream movie. I have so much fun with it every single time. Does anybody know when these 2 motherfuckers start fighting? I don't know. Apparently there's someone was saying earlier there's like a couple fights beforehand or something before they actually get to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Thank God there is no Core 4. Their story wrapped up in 6. What's with the hate for the Core 4, man? They were just getting started. They were just getting their groove on. Finally meshing together in Scream 6, and we just stomped that out before we could even give them a chance. Makes me sad. Put art in those 2 movies and the body count would have been hella different. Yeah, that's if there's any big problem I have with Screams 5 and 6, why the fuck is everyone living through these movies, man? I mean, come on. We had 3 killers in Scream 6, and more people made it out alive than in the previous flick. That's a problem. That's there's an issue here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really want to see I want to see Ghostface getting some kills in the next one for sure. Jake, have you ever seen the show Being Human? I've been watching it with my mom, and I love it. Okay. Being Human. I feel like, is this the alien show? Like it's like the aliens and they're living on Earth. And I'm not talking about solar opposites. Being Human. No. One is a ghost, another it's about a bunch of roommates where one is a ghost, another is a vampire, the third is a werewolf. Is that the one you're talking about? That's pretty nuts. If that's the one you're talking about, that sounds sick. I don't think I have seen that show. There was some kind of like alien show a while back that I remember had a similar name to that. It's like a comedy. Looked kind of funny. I don't know. Ty Lee is saying they could do something like Bodies, 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 where it's all a misunderstanding. I love that flick so much. Ooh. BBB was a ton of fun. I put that one on from time to time. Anytime I'm writing a mystery slasher, anytime I want to like be in the headspace of that, I put Bodies, Bodies, Bodies on. I think there's a lot of excellent character work, especially in there to really make you think like somebody in this group is running around and terrorizing people. There's so I don't know. There's so much interesting shit going on in that flick. And the sucker punch of an ending that it has is excellent in my opinion. So, oh God, I love Bodies. That is the best twist ending to a murder mystery I've seen in a very long time. Like Screams 5 and 6, eat your heart out, man. Bodies. One up to ya. Sam and Tara love to see that, Johnny. Very good stuff there. I'm going to be honest. Some of the kills they survived is not fully realistic. I'm going to be honest. Like, come on, Chad got stabbed like 30 times in both movies. Like, there's got to be a limit. Chad's invincible. Dios. Chad can take 1,000 stabs and he'll be fine. He can get a leg cut off and he'll grow it back. To me, it's the Dewey thing all over again, right? They just try to pull a Dewey on us. Just like, hey, this character survived. Isn't that fun? I don't know. Is it a bit ridiculous? It totally is. And it would have been an excellent death because it would have been really tragic. And we did not have an emotional death in Scream 6, which I think is a problem. I think someone should have died. Someone. If it was Chad, if it was Gail, someone should have pieced out in the flick. If I'm being real, I mean, like, for me, and I know plenty of people disagree with this, and that's totally fine. Dewey's death in Scream 5 was so shocking and so upsetting. It was the first time in that whole movie it made me feel something. I was like, no, oh, our poor Dewey, he's gone. To me, that was really emotional. That was awesome, and I really vibed with that. I wanted something like that in Scream 6 too, and we just did not have that. I mean, I guess we had Annika's death, which was pretty brutal. That was a lot. And I did appreciate that a bunch. But to me, a main character should have died. Chad should have died. Somebody should have pieced out. Or honestly, the biggest thing, I think two fixes I would make to Scream 6 is Mindy dies on the subway and Danny dies in the scene where Chad was stabbed like 1,000 times. If those two things change, I think that movie would have been so much better. Because to me, it's like Danny's this red herring, right? And the killer reveal happens momentarily after this, and we see two killers. So there is still the mystery of who the fuck is it? Who the fuck is our Ghostface this time around? What is happening here? It's not him. It's not our red herring. Who could it be? I don't know. I think that would have worked in my opinion, but I still love Scream 6. I think it's so much fun. I gotta watch it again. It's been a minute. Been a minute since I put that one on. If Ghostface has been through hell and he could be like immortal, like Jason, Freddy, or Michael, he'd be hella strong. Ghostface is iconic, even though he isn't the strongest. We still love him though. We still love him and his mystery. I love Ghostface. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I agree. Jason, Freddy, Michael, they all have like supernatural properties to them. That's in a way that's kind of what Ghostface has above these other characters, is that he's a little more grounded, a little more realistic. Versus the other ones, which I think a lot of people like. A lot of people like that about Ghostface over the others. It's almost like that could really happen kind of thing. Versus Jason, Freddy, and Michael, you don't really have that argument, right? With Ghostface, a little bit, like a little that could happen, maybe. But it's fun. I think it's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably going to peace out here. But again, I want to say this to kind of bookend the stream a bit. Thank you so much for all the views on Killjoy Jake Retro. I can't tell you how much that means to me. I've been trying to do video essays for a very long time now, and to have a page where I can do that and I'm actually getting views on it, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. So sitting at 1,500 views right now, that's awesome. Hopefully it keeps going up. Hopefully just, we keep getting more and more views on this other page. So go subscribe to Killjoy Jake Retro. Go give it a watch. Go check out the creep video. And I'll be talking about Thanksgiving next in probably a week and a half here soon. So I'm not going to be posting super frequently over there too, because it's not necessarily my main focus right now. I really want to get the gaming channel monetized first and foremost, but I'm very excited to start working on Killjoy Jake Retro. I have a lot of interesting things planned. More little shorts too. If you liked the little short film we made for the creep video, there's more of those in the works too that I'm already talking about. So Look forward to more of those videos. I'll have some more videos on Killjoy Jake next week. Check out the gaming videos going up on GullGotha this weekend, and a bunch of more streams to come, of course. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Enjoy the fight. Hopefully Jake Paul gets his ass kicked. Don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.